Jessica here from Stitching Colours, and welcome back, or welcome to any new viewers or new subscribers. Today is the 1st of March here in New Zealand, and I'm here to do another monthly update. At the end of last month I was really debating whether I should be doing fortnightly videos rather than monthly, but this last week and a half really shows me that those are not always going to be possible. So monthly seems to fit definitely better with my scheduling at the moment. So this month I have done 28,699 stitches. So a pretty good month, even though the last week and a half was horrendous. I felt like I was just about living in the car, making daily trips to and from Oamaru, if not more than daily. And then ended up having to work last Saturday in Oamaru. So that was a fun time. Lots of overtime. But it was just the project that we had running at the time, and it is now over. I've just got to finish up the reporting for it. So that's good. But it's just one of those things. So my total stitches for this year so far are 66,956. So I'm pretty happy. I got a finish at the end of, well, actually I got a finish yesterday, which was very exciting, and my kit arrived from Pain Free Crafts, which I recorded a video of me opening it and then forgot to edit or upload it, so I'll probably just tack that on to the end of this video. It was a busy time. It arrived probably 2-3 weeks ago, I imagine. Yeah, sounds about right. And so over the last month I worked on 7 pieces, so not a huge amount compared to last month, but I did get quite a big focus on the piece that I got finished, which was the HAED SAL from 2024. So that is this one. So you should have seen where you saw it last time. And so I'm doing the fox, and I'm stitched it on 25 count 1/1, and I cropped a bit off it because I found I didn't see the point in having half a ladybird and then off the bottom a little bit as well. And I'm really happy with where it sits at. So this got 12,709 stitches on it to get to a finish. So here is what it looks like. So I'm exceptionally happy with it. And yeah, it's going to be a great one to continue, well, once I work out what I'm going to do with it. It's very small. It's almost awkwardly small. So I will need a bit of thought. It's, as much as I hate to say it, it's almost pillish sized. So yeah, I'll figure out something for that one. Okay, the next piece I have is this one. So this is the Fairytale Before I Sleep, which was my New Year's start. And so this one got 2,604 stitches on it. So this one is stitched on 25 count 1/1 using CXC thread, much like the HAED SAL was. The HAED SAL one was the Fairytales one by Cairo Maraschetti. It was a snippet of that piece yeah. So it's no longer available because it was the 2024 sale. I know people were making great progress on the 2025 sale, but yeah. Okay, so coming back to the Fairytale Before I Sleep, this is the Pain-Free Crafts piece that I started at the start of the year with stitching colours and the Crow Stitcher. And this is based on the artwork by L Digit. So this got 2,604 stitches, like I said. And you should have already seen where you saw it last time. But here is where it's at now. So it's hard to see. But where I was working was in here. So you can see the brickwork, which is really confetti heavy. And then you can see this edge of this hat. It's a page finish. So it's really cool so far. It looks amazing. And I'm really excited to see what the brickwork is going to look like later on, but there's a lot of time in doing all that confetti. So it's a typical Pain-Free Crafts one. They do seem to be heavier confetti, but the end result is always definitely worth it. Okay, the next one I've got on my list is Celtic Autumn. So this is a lavender and lace piece, and I am trying to get this one finished this year. It was marked hopefully for a finish last year, but it didn't quite go to plan with moving and everything like that. So this one had 2,387 stitches on it, and to be fair, most of this, I think, progress was beading. So I don't have a huge amount, actually maybe half of it was beading. I don't have a huge amount of actual stitching to go now. So I decided to start on getting some of the beads going down. So you should have already seen where you saw it last time, but here is where it's at now. So, okay, this top section up here is all finished. All the beading is, you can see the shine. I've done all the beading down to about here-ish. You can see there and on the side up here. And then down further, I haven't done any of the beading that further down, but from previous stitching, I got all of the medallions all finished. There's a few threads parked at the bottom because they continue into the dress, so I've just got to move them over. And then this part of the dress is at the very bottom, so I've just kind of got to fill in the bottom here, and then this line will kind of match up with that line. I'm not holding it very straight, am I? There. It will match up. I'm still not holding it straight. So, but yeah, it will match up based on all the checks and that I've done. And so stitching wise, I've just got, how can I get this, holding this without it? Yeah. So stitching wise, I've just got this section to go, and then I've got to finish the beading down the bottom half, and then there's a little bit of back stitching to go. So if I put it in the place of where my HAED sale was for February I could have this finished pretty quickly, I think, and that is my plan, I think. So yeah, I think that is going to be what I do, although I think I am going to work on it today and get a bit more progress on it, so that will be fun. Okay, next we have got Mini Magic Mirror. So this is a Heaven and Earth Designs piece based on the artwork by Anne Stokes, and this is a mini that I'm stitching on 25 count 1/1. So this one didn't get that much stitching, it got 839 stitches on it, but I'm still pretty happy with how it came along. So this one is stitched on 25 count 1/1. Oh, the Celtic Autumn is on 28 count linen, and it was dyed by Chromatic Alchemy. I don't know what the fabric is. It's something that I always forget, and I haven't put it in my notes on here. I will find that fabric before my next video. Okay, so this one had 839 stitches on it. And you should have already seen where you saw it last time, but here's where it's at now. And you can see I'm just was working in this section here, and I finished off this upper bit here. So I've now officially finished the top row of pages, and I am just working over here. For some reason I had a lot of park threads, and I thought I will just finish some of these out. And it's a little tiny page, it's only like this wide, so that was some of the reason also for going and dealing with there. So yeah, okay, next I've got 3 left. What is the next one? Aha, Mini Heart of the Storm. So this is another Heaven and Earth Designs piece based on the artwork by Lisa Parker, and this is planned for a finish later on this year as well. So my park threads are in quite a little bit of a tangle, but that's alright. I will sort that out when I work on it next. But this one is stitched on 25 count using the kit of DMC that I ordered from Heaven and Earth Designs, and this one got 4,929 stitches on it. So for this one I'm working on it one day of the weekend every fortnight, and that seems to get me a pretty good amount of progress on it. So here is where it's at now, and so this is the very bottom of the piece, and I am finished the first page across down to the bottom, and I'm on the middle page at the moment. So I've got a lot of colours that are going to be completed very shortly, because as you can see the cord here, there's the medallion here, so that's kind of why all of these threads are parked there, because of that. And then I've been working down on the water, and yeah, it gets pretty dark. There's a lot of 939, 310 and 823 down there, with a few really cool pops of colours that make the water ripple and look amazing. So I'm really looking forward to coming back to that one and getting some more progress on it and working towards that finish for later on this year. Okay. Now, we've got 2 left. Which one's next? This one. Okay. This piece is Lackadaisy Card Shark, which is another Heaven and Earth Designs based on the artwork by Tracy Butler. And this one is not going to have a start photo for you because as I mentioned earlier, I was working in Oamaru last Saturday, and so the job that I had in Oamaru required me to drive to Oamaru, which is an hour and a half, put on these monitors, sit around and wait for 4 hours, pick them up, and then drive back to Dunedin. So I took Lackadaisy Card Shark with me, going, look, I can work on 310. It'll be easy. I can get some of that done. But I completely forgot to take a start photo of it. So yeah, you'll just have to kind of use your imagination and go from there. Okay, so this one got 1,489 stitches on it. And here is where it's looking at now. So last year I finished all of the top row of pages, and what I did last Saturday was this. It was pretty much it. So I did about nearly 800 stitches of 310 while I was waiting for those pumps for 4 hours in Oamaru. I mean, it was lovely weather, so it wasn't a huge issue, but I could have done other things with my Saturday. So, yeah. I'm happy with it. I think it'll probably end up being a focus later on in the year if I continue how I have for February, which has actually felt really settled. So it might be how I continue for the near future. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I've got one last piece and then I will probably explain. Actually, I really should explain what I'm talking about. Okay, so this last piece is Dragon Race Into the Night, and so this is the Heaven and Earth Designs version, and it's the regular version, and this one had 3,742 stitches on it. So this is based on the artwork by Rose Khan, and I am loving how it's looking. So here's where it's up to. So on the second row of pages, I am not far away, or just about kind of in that transition phase between the day and the night. So here is where I was working. So you can see all those towers and things like that. That page is almost finished. There's just about 300 or 400 stitches that haven't been filled in at the bottom. So then I will be on to the night side for the second row. So I've done nearly 100,000 stitches on this piece overall. So I'm getting close to 25%, I think. Hold on, this will tell me. Not in that tab. Timeline, here we go. Dragon Race Into the Night, I am currently at 23%. And it says I've done 94,000 stitches, so nearly 100,000 on it. So it's very exciting, and I can't wait to come back to this one and get some more progress on it. Okay, so how I've been working on my pieces this month, and it seems to have really worked for me, is that my weeknights after work I have been working on the HAED SAL. So that got, hold on, let's pop that away first. So that accounted for um 12,700 stitches for this month, and the rest were weekends. So I've been working, I chose that one piece because I really wanted to get it finished, and then yeah. So my next one that I really need to get finished, or want to get finished, is the Celtic Autumn, and then that piece, well, there's another piece that will get slotted in its place. I don't think Celtic Autumn will take all month, so I will have to make a decision after that what piece goes in for that weeknight position. Something that's going to get a bit of progress or needs a bit of progress, maybe something that's been a bit neglected. Yeah, so at this point I think I will either choose a new piece every month, or just as I need to. It's felt really good getting that time on it, and it meant I didn't have that indecisiveness of going, what do I want to work on tonight? Do I want to work on that or that? I was terrible with it in the past, I have been at least. So that really helped. And yeah. So the next thing I have to show you, I guess, is the unpackaging of my Pain Free Crafts kit that I got. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, I recorded a video the very afternoon it arrived, and then completely forgot to edit or upload it. So I guess I may as well just continue talking here and show you what's in it. So everything in these kits comes in a bag like this. Normally they have this inside, and I pulled it out. So this is the kit that I ordered, which is Trelawney's Library, and this is a Cross Stitch Studio pattern. I've got Gallia coming through. I will probably put in a screenshot. It is really cool looking, and it was going to be what I started once I finished my HAED SAL, but I think I want to get Celtic Autumn finished as well first too. So also with these kits, what comes in the package is, for this one I ordered the digital chart, so that means it's Pattern Keeper compatible, and all I need to do is put it into Pattern Keeper and it will all work. So it also comes with these cards with the threads on them, and there is a lot of threads for this particular piece. So the way these threads are done, if for example you wanted to use these cards and stitch from them, for example if you were away or something like that, you'll see that it's currently folded in half and knotted. If you simply remove it, unfold it in half, and then loop it back through, or you could put it on a thread drop. This is all cut to length for you. So they're all in lengths, which is amazing. It is so handy. So that's one of the things I absolutely love about Painfree Crafts kits. They also come with a little bag that has got a needle minder. So a random needle minder comes with it, but you can also purchase the accompanying needle minder that goes with the actual piece that you've ordered the kit for. But I don't typically do that. I don't typically use needle minders. I find that because I stitch in hand, I just lose them. They don't adhere very well. The only one that I'm really amazed that stayed on so well is my Dragon Race Into the Night one, and that was a needle minder I got from Silks For You. I got it in a pack of 3 of them. I'm not sure where the other 2 are, but that one's there on that piece. Anyway, so it's a badge needle minder, and that is attached to a business card for Painfree Crafts. In that pouch also, there is a John James needle. I think this is a 25. I mean, not a 25. A 20. It's either a 26 or a 28. I'm not quite sure. And then a little chocolate with thank you on it. So that's really cool. Okay, and also in the packet, there is, let's put it up there, save leaning down, the fabric. So this one I ordered 25 count. I debated about 28 count, but thought I should go with the 25 because this piece is going to take a long time. It's a big piece. And the fabric is all serged, and it has a 3-inch border. I'm never the best at working out those, but this piece in particular is 800 by 800, and it's got 123 colours, so it's quite big. And then the last thing that comes in that little pouch is this. So may not come with every single piece, but on any piece where you've got bigger colours, you get these little collections of additional threads that didn't fit on the thread cards. So these are cut exactly the same, they just wound together and have a little label on them saying what colour they are. So this one's 939, and so as soon as you unwind it, it will function exactly the same as the other ones, and because of how they do it, there's no kinks or anything in them, at least from what I've found. And as you can see, this one has a lot of them, so they all come in a little bag like this. And this one has got a lot of 939, 310. It's like I've got handfuls of them. One handful, hang on. 2 handfuls. And a few extras. So that is all the extra threads. So there is a lot. I think I probably won't even come close to using all of it because I'm pretty sure the kit comes charted for 25 count 2/1, I think, from memory. I will double check that. So yeah, this came to a total of £260, including shipping. So not too bad considering the amount of thread and everything else. And it has come from the UK all the way to New Zealand. So it's a fair distance shipping wise. Shipping is never cheap to this area. So yeah, this will get started at some point this year, possibly this month, possibly not. We'll see how we get on. So one last thing to show you, that way, is that Stitching Addicted went back and had another go on her chatelaine, which is the Gardens of London. So she had it all kitted up and everything like that, and spent a couple of days on it, a good couple of days on it, maybe more, but she was really struggling. And given I already finished my Evening in the Park one, she asked if I could continue working on her Gardens of London one. So that is going to be what is going to take the place of my Celtic Autumn in my rotation once I get it finished. So here is where she's gotten to. Hold on, let me see. So I'm going to get that finished for her. There's a fair bit to go. I think it's the stitching over 2 and the specialty stitches, and yeah. It's just one of those things that I'm not sure the instructions she's finding were all that clear either. So I found, I know when I originally started my Evening in the Park, I had a lot of issues with reading the instructions. It took a bit to get my head around just how Martina wrote them and how they were phrased and things like that. But after a while, I figured it out. So yeah, I think it's just one of those things that some people can get their brain to work for them, some people cannot for these. I think sometimes the problem is that things are a little bit out of order. It says do this, but it doesn't say to do that until further down. So you've got to really read all the instructions first. But if you're still here, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next month. I hope all is going well and that you're finding some time to get some stitching done, and that everything weather-wise is going well. Here we've pretty much only really started getting summer weather in the last couple of weeks, right at the end of summer. Officially we are in autumn, but it doesn't feel that way. So it's going to be another hot day I think today, so we'll see how things get on. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good month, and I will see you next month. Bye!